Hello! And in today's video, you read the title, we're making a level. This is a bit different because I don't like creating in Geometry Dash, but that's all about to change. Because, you know. Anyways, there were some errors. I'm just gonna, uninstall. Okay, just gonna restart that. Hopefully it doesn't do anything. But yeah, I've not even tried to make the layout yet. I don't even know what I'm gonna make. I'm probably gonna make something pretty difficult, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Look, I'm just making the layout for today, and I'm not like I'm not super good at making gameplay, and especially you would know that. Wait, no, that's not free move. Wait, how do I? Oh, there we go. So, if you've even seen any of my levels, you would know that they're not very good. But we are going to make something good. Now, every good level starts with a hard jump. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a triple spike. Right? When you get over that triple spike, you're going to do another jump. This jump, however... Wait. Show hitboxes. Show hitbox trail. Okay. We're just gonna do that. We're just gonna make it look really hard, or harder than it actually is. Yes. And to make this look even scarier, we're just gonna put spikes down there. Although in reality, this isn't particularly hard. All it is a buffer. So as long as you're just holding, then this should be this. Wait, I don't want to save and play. I just want to. Oops. Yep. Perfect. I'm just gonna make that like ever so slightly forward, because that's a bit not fair. Because you can do the jump, but then you die there, you know. So this just means that is basically pixel perfect, and we can't have that. Okay, it has to be, the level has to be fun. And we're also just going to move this by a few pixels to make that a bit more fair. Okay. That's good. I think that's good. Obviously, I had to do the whole show hitboxes thing, because otherwise that would have been a bit hard to do. But we've done it. A jump that looks impossible, but it's actually pretty easy. Now, I'm just going to prove to you that this is actually hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on swipe, take this, put it as a custom object. Okay, deselect. Save and exit. Go on to a new level. Then put this jump down. This is pretty hard. It is pretty hard. Trust me. I'm just kind of bad at the game. Wait. Am I really this bad? I don't know how I did it first attempt then. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty hard. But, you know, it's not impossible. Anyways, that's not what I'm doing. Okay. What could other gameplay be? Hmm. Okay. Let's just put this down. We have a spoke and an orb. Wow, this jump is... I didn't think it'd be as hard as it is. Okay. You're then going to land on this platform right here. Okay. Wait. I actually want to try something. Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna do a show hitboxes thing again. Because I want to make this look pretty fleeping hard. And also want to make it so you have to hold there. I kind of want to make it like Forest Temple with these timings at the beginning. Hey. So just... I'm gonna buy... There are a few pixels. Okay, this has to be fair. Okay, this has to be fair. But it has to be hard as well. And what... Right. Okay. Okay, so... Because I did that, I'm actually going to extend this a bit. Good timing. It makes it so you can't just jump, and I think that's a bit harder. Yeah. Wow. Now, I'm not going to buff... I actually do want to buff this by a few pixels, because that isn't that hard. This is going to be a demon, guys. This is going to be a demon. I already have an idea of what this could be. This is where you enter a wave portal, but it's not. It's going to be a mini wave. A mini wave portal. Okay, this is where I want to put a start pause. So I want it to end there, sort of like deadlocked. But then I'm gonna make this a robot. I'm gonna make a robot part, okay, guys? And then all of this is just gonna be invisible. Okay. This isn't gonna be the worst ever, right? This isn't gonna be the worst wave part ever, okay? I'm not trying to ruin my gameplay before it's even started. It's honestly okay. That's not a wave though. Not a mini wave. This is a mini wave. Wait, forgot how to do this, wait. Wait. Oh no, not free move, but rotate. Wait, yeah, I want to rotate this. No, not like that. I forgot how to do this. Right, wait. Oh, wait. Rotate. Ah, there we go. Wait, I'm feeling 45 degrees. No. Ah, yeah. There we go. Okay. Then gonna turn that around. Wait a minute. Just gonna do that again. I think those wave gaps are fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Because they're not particularly too hard. They're a good start to the level. Wait, I'm just gonna then turn that around. Okay, and gonna do that. Okay. Copy, paste. There we go. Okay, then I'm just gonna place a spike here. We have to do this correctly. That's a bit quicker, would say. Yep, pretty good, pretty good. So let's do a start pause. Let's see how good this is. I mean, yeah, it could be a bit tighter, so I'm gonna do this by FP pixels because I don't like how easy that is. I'm actually gonna okay. Because I mean, yeah, it's probably gonna be a bit hard. And then I'm just gonna bring this down. This bit that way by a few pixels, or not pixels, but you get what I mean. I'm also going to move this down a bit because that's a bit easy. Yeah. also going to be brought this way. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to bring that. Oh, wait. I mean, that's perfect. It's not too easy. Perfect. That's perfect. Then I'm just gonna add a cataclysm looking thing. Wait, no, actually. Just so you have to do that. I'm just gonna put like Sakupan wall or something. I mean, it should. Okay. Okay. So, what I I wanna wait. Let's do 3, and then a jump like that. I think this might actually be a bit harder than an easy demon. This might be hard demon. I don't know. That's if it even gets rated. I'm hoping that it will get rated, but you never know. Let's see. I mean, I'm gonna nerf this by a few pixels. Because I think that's a bit meh. There's a bit of a gap, and like, I don't want this to be too hard. Okay, I can do this, but if it's too hard if it's a bit hard for me, then it's gonna be a bit hard to verify, and I don't want this to take years to verify. I'm also going to extend this because that's really not fun. It really isn't fun. Yep. And I'm just gonna make that invisible. Okay, there we go. Is that better to play? It's a bit better. I'm just gonna like see if I can do a few nerfs. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty good, I would say. Now, yet again, I'm just gonna nerf that a tiny bit by a few pixels. Yep, good. Okay. I don't know what to do now, so I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna do a. I'm just gonna make a little jump. Okay, in the middle. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. Okay. Delete that. Spike. Copy paste. This is gonna look a bit harder than it actually is. bit of an idea for some of the decoration. It's not going to be the best because this is my first real attempt to make a level. Wait. I mean, I technically did it with rusty circles, but I'm not gonna lie, that really barely got anywhere. So yeah, I realized there was no point as I didn't even know how to make wave slopes at the time. And to be fair, making those wave slopes like there was hard enough. So yeah. Okay. It's a bit unbalanced, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a bit harder. Like that. Yeah, good enough, I guess. I mean, if you just stay low, so I'm actually going to buff that a bit. There we go. There we go, I think that's pretty good. Then I'm going to change it to mini. Alright, let's see how far he can jump. Okay, so the mini can jump. I'm gonna put it like about there. And then they're gonna jump. Okay, there's the first one I'm gonna use ground spikes. I'm just gonna use these spikes. Jump. Wait, before I do that, I want to test how high this can go. Okay, then they're gonna. I have an idea. Boom. Okay. I'm actually gonna, instead of having to do this all the time. Wait. Yep, good. And then they're gonna have to do this. Because I mean, the spam isn't that hard. I mean, it could be for a new player, but wait a minute. I have an idea. Oh. And then they're going to they're gonna have to click that orb to make them go into the air. Okay, great. Okay, so you can just skip those two orbs. That's not happening. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it about, put a spike right there. There we go. Makes it so you have to click all the orbs. Okay. I don't think that needs to be nerfed. It's not, that part isn't, that click, that spam isn't supposed to be easy, okay? It really isn't. Okay, and then you're gonna have to click the portal with the orb. Oh, wait. You're gonna have to click an orb in the portal right there. perfect gameplay. Wait. Wait, I'm just gonna make that a pad, because honestly, that's pretty unfair. That's pretty unfair. That's pretty unfair. I mean, I'm not gonna be like, you know, really, really. I just wanna. I'm not gonna playtest too much because I want to get other people's opinions on what I could do better, right? Okay, so you completely missed that. Okay, so good. Okay, now here's for the next part. Right here. So I'm going to also put a size portal. Wait. Well, just want to take this start. Okay, I'm just gonna edit the object. Mini mode. Okay, so here's where, like, here's where some of the first straight fly will be. And before you think this is a bit hard, it's not, okay? For the level I'm trying to make, this is actually pretty easy. Well, I mean, everyone will think this is easy, but, I mean, it's straight fly, so not everyone's going to be able to do this, so... What am I even yapping about anymore? I don't know.